as I've said before, with the injuries, there's around the world, and talking to Paddy, who's the Indian physio as well, who's a very close friend of mine, there's an accepted number, which is around 15 to 20% of your squad, an acceptable injury rate, and we're well within that rate. So it looks like we've got a heap of injuries, but actually we're well within the rate. A lot of the injuries are just through a spike in workload. You know, the guys do work hard here at HPC, and they're good programs at HPC, but once they come and join us, that spike in workload is testing a few. So we just have to look at that, but we're well within the acceptable injury rates. I think first and foremost, we've got to put everything into perspective, because it's very easy to look at the series at face value. You know, we're a side that's developing, they're a side that are complete. So you've got to look at that initially. You've got to look at the quality that they've got in that side. You know, it's a side with immense quality. So it's always going to be tough to compete against them or to try and beat them. But we just needed to maybe compete a little bit more. I think it would be wrong of us not to learn off them. You know, they do so many things very, very well. You know, and most of them are just basics. You know, you see Virat how he runs between the wickets. You see what the respect he commands on the field as a leader. He's a role model to people, and he pulls people with him. You know, so when you look at the way they go about their work and the culture that Virat has created within that team, it's very, very impressive. You know, and if, you know, I'm sure it'll be a great compliment to him, but it's a fact. You know, you look at their team and they're very All Black-like. You know, there's a lot of respect for the facilities. There's a lot of respect for the opposition. They're ruthless in the way they go about their work. They don't shirk work. Their work ethic is immense. You know, they are what a lot of teams aspire to be. And for us, I think the important thing is learning from our mistakes, but most importantly, learning from them. I mean, it's been a very, very long series already. So, you know, you throw in a few more games, it just tends to drag. So, you know, we play the series as it's presented to us, you know, and it's up to the boards what they create for us. But, you know, you've got to take every game and try and improve every game, whatever the format. Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. You know, when you look at numbers and results on paper, it's a fact. You know, you take a young team to South Africa where they prepare the conditions to suit themselves, it's very tough. It's going to be very, very tough over there. A lot of good things were done in South Africa, you know, and yes, the results didn't go away. But you're 100% right. You know, at some point, you've got to put your hand up and you've got to say, look, this is a string of results. We need to move forward. We need to get better. You know, we've spoken about the consistency. We've got a lot of good players within this team, and it's just a matter of giving them the confidence and the belief that they are very, very good players and will become world-class players. But, you know, I think it's a little bit of give from the coaching side, and there's a little bit of give to come from the player side to move forward.